Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to start this video at Bearsstead Station, which was once an absolutely brilliant station with lovely facilities. Now it's a bit of a shithole. So what is there here? Well, nothing really. There's a building and there's that building. That building, I was going to say that building's never open, but apparently it is open today. Just ignore that. But this station used to be great. Right behind you, there used to be a nice little building to shelter people from the rain when it was raining. Now we have that glass box. It's not very good if you ask me. And we also have this beautiful building which has been reduced to boarded up windows and looking like it was set on fire. There also used to be a lovely signal box down there where the pile of sleepers were. And there used to be a big old coal yard where people used to get the coal for their houses and stuff, because Bearsstead is a posh track hole. Also, we have this building, but it's normally never open. But apparently it is open today, so that makes me look like a real idiot.
Well, it's open between 10 AM and 2 PM when we're here.
I've never once seen that place open. And yeah, that's about it. There's nothing very interesting here. It used to be a really nice place. There used to be a flower garden over there, but since like 1980, well, I guess it would be the ScotRail version of BR. Anyway, they've just kind of fucked it up. It looks awful, and ScotRail spend money on improving stations that they don't need to improve when they leave stations like this in a sorry state.
Just as Finn was saying, ScotRail do seem to be lacking slightly in terms of maintenance, and you will certainly notice this if you've ever been to a small Scottish station or if you've ever ridden on their Class 334 Juniper trains. The somewhat lacklustre maintenance schedule is immediately apparent. The headrests are always so dusty you can't properly lean back into your seat without having to wash your hair when you get home. There's also very often rust on the heaters. The gangway doors often fail to open or close, but the most glaringly obvious thing, besides this horrific livery, is the constant squeaking of the suspension as the train moves along. The solution that most companies in Britain came up with is to get new trains, which, contrary to what every train operator thinks, will not fix their train service, which in this country is something that really needs doing. Just look how fast this thing has gone downhill. Back to Scotland now, our newest trains, the Class 385, have suffered the same neglect as the rest of ScotRail's fleet, as well as having a few design faults itself.
Bad seats that are really hard. Not worst seats in the world, but I've had better. No fancy electronic boards or anything, which I like, but it makes it no better than the 318s and 320s, which are brilliant trains, by the way. Is that good enough for you, Zach?
Yes. So these might be fancy new trains, but they're really, and also yes.
The way the front of the engine shaped engine, this is multiple unit, it gives you tunnel vision if you're driving it. It's just awful.
Yeah.
That's a ticket. Right, Zach, get your ticket now. Come on.
Okay.
Thank you.
Also, they're no quieter than the 318s or 320s, but for us enthusiasts, that's not a bad thing. So they're the same volume.
I can't lie, with the 385s might be a bad thing. They don't sound great.
Yeah, at least the 318s and 320s sound nicer. Although, in my opinion, bad motor noise is better than no motor noise at all.
It is very low motor noise.
Look at that, that is proper filthy, that is.
I have another complaint about 385s. I had to walk down the entire train to get to a bin. Well, not I walked down half the train, but I had to walk back again, so that's like the length of the entire train.
So basically there's only one bin per 3-car unit.
I think it could be 2 bins, but I only found one. So that's just tragic. We've been transporting here before, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. After our rather disappointing journey on a 385, we decided to cheer ourselves up a bit and go to Carluke to see some freight trains. And our day was made even better when a 320 showed up to take us back home.
That's the plan. Pick up the cab and just get the train back up the road and back off the bottom.
We're going 90 in the 320 and it's really smooth.
Unlike the 385 seats, these seats are actually good. They're quite soft. And like, you can squish them. They're still dirty because they're train seats, but like, they're good.
Just keep getting that on.
So I am 6'2", which means about
The clunk.
the seats, the headrest is more of a neck rest, but that's fine because I'd much rather have a headrest or a neck rest that's comfortable and squishy than an ironing board.
Yeah. I'm 5'6", so it works fine for me. These doors, they're not going to be getting stuck anytime soon.
Physical doors like that will not fail.
And then the handle falls off.
Yeah, but like
That's
that's less likely than the 334 doors that always get stuck.
Yeah.
It's getting a bit warm in here. Ah, that's better. Now for some similarities between the two trains. They both have the same door dimensions, allowing for the same wheelchair ramp to be used. They both have dot matrix passenger information displays and functional announcements. They both complete the same journey from Glasgow Central to Lanark in the same amount of time. I've been doing a survey lately where I've been asking regular passengers which year they think each train seems like it was made. Let me show you my Excel spreadsheet. On average, the 318 and 320 have actually been considered newer by passengers than the 334, and the 385 was scored to be roughly the same age as the 380. Now, the main reason that new trains are not the answer to fixing your train service is because they have to run on the exact same track as the old trains did. Just look at the subway.
Ever since the 28th of June, the subways have been shit, and they're still shit.
At least they fixed the door problem.
And they probably forevermore will be shit.
At least they fixed the door problem, but they haven't fixed the acceleration problem yet.
No.
And the seats, they also haven't fixed this problem.
Ow!
However, the lack of infrastructure investment is not always the case. They're building a new station between Neilston and Patterton. The East Kilbride line is currently being electrified. And SPT are pressing ahead with their subway improvements, which we won't see until January 2026, when the signalling upgrades will be finished after a year and a half. In April 2026, they will install platform edge doors at every station, and in July 2026, they will remove the driver's cabs from all trains. This is the kind of infrastructure work we like to see, and we'll definitely cover each stage of the progress in future videos. So to conclude, all train operators and Network Rail need to start to look after their stations and trains, as well as invest in infrastructure improvements. Only buy new trains if absolutely necessary, bearing in mind that refurbishment is also an option. In the meantime, thanks for watching, goodbye, and enjoy the outtakes. They both have dot matrix passenger information displays. Oh, insulin pump again!
Here I'm on a 3-3. No. Try again.
Right, try again.
But it makes it no better than 385, not 385. Oh my god. I hate this.
Right, start again.
Yeah. And the doors. What was I supposed to say?
I'll say it then.
We'll use the first 2 bits.
I'll say it then. The driver's really not bombing it along today, is he?
No.
Maybe it's because his train's too crap.
Nah, it's gonna be Ginger.
He wasn't ginger.
Was he not?
No.
Right, what he was.
He had black hair.
Oh.
What is that thing?
You're the face of a ginger. Where?
It's like a metal ball.
Where? Where?
I'm trying to see it, but there's too many trees in the way.
Oh, that thing. That's a water tower.
Oh. Yeah, yeah, just got a glimpse of it there.
I can't lie, I was thinking UFOs. About 318, not 318.
No, start again.
And actually, I was looking at Malaga and Valencia, and that was looking good for.
These doors, they're not going to be stuck getting closed.